Because
Bugatti was a nice thing, though.
I mean,
we're live.
oh, we are. We're talking about guinea pig.
Well, because I was
the world.
at a dog adoption event, and I was walking by, and I heard a lady go, "Kyle, no!" And I looked, and this big dog had jumped up and started eating food, and I was like, "The dog's name is Kyle." So that was a good mic check.
All right.
That was a good mic check. It works.
Figured we'd just plow through that.
Mic checking. All right. Hi, everybody. Heather here. Haven't gone live in a while, but I am going live with some special guests today. This is Tom, if you don't know who he is.
Hi, my name is Tom. I run a YouTube channel called The Enthusiasm Project, and I'm also a high school digital media teacher.
Nobody told me I was going to have to do that.
And my other special guest is Amir.
Oh, boy. I'm Amir Afsar, an all-around great guy and a lawyer in Palm Desert. I guess I'm supposed to say with a YouTube channel, Afsar Law Group.
Plug it.
Unbillable. There's the plug. I guess I wore the shirt. Might as well use it. And, yeah, nobody told me how to do that.
Well, today we're actually going to be talking about our YouTube. I don't know how we feel about YouTube, our YouTube channels. Let's start with, how long have you been creating on YouTube?
Wow. Our channel is episode 99. Will go up tomorrow.
Nice.
Which is exciting. I don't know if you can hear the maniac over there. That's Luis, my videographer, firing away. And it's probably, I think, about 2 years. We try to be weekly. So, 52 weeks in a year. We're at 99. We're probably a little over 2 years.
Okay. Top.
2 years. Almost just barely over 2 years, and I'm working on episode 133, but I started with a 30-day upload challenge, so we're basically the same amount of time.
Okay, and I started 2016, April 16th, 2016, so it's been 3 years, and today what I wanted to talk about was just like, I don't know, what it's like to create on YouTube, maybe what we thought about YouTube before we started creating on it, and now that we're a few years in it, how's it really been? Stuff like that.
The dark, seedy, underbelly.
No.
How about, let's start with why do we have YouTube channels? Why do we have a YouTube channel? It's a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. The creative process, especially on YouTube, where the global audience has access, theoretically, to all of your content. It's not easy. So why do we do it? Why do we do this on a weekly basis? Sometimes more than that.
Probably have different reasons. I think we all have 3 totally different reasons.
Yeah. Well, why am I doing this? I am documenting my journey as an entrepreneur. My journey got complicated because my YouTube channel started to take off, and I was thinking, okay, maybe that's how I'm going to make money, but it's hard to build a vlog channel. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to go over here where I'm actually getting paid as a social media consultant, content creator, marketing person. But now I kind of want to fuse the two. So it's just all still trying to figure it out.
Am I supposed to look at you or do I look at there?
They're
these are the kinds of things I'm still dealing with. That's what I'm saying.
they're in the room with us. So
no, but do I look at you?
What I do?
Do you look at her when she's talking?
I either look at another person or the camera.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And only
I just want to make sure I'm not doing this wrong.
No, you're.
That's what I do.
All right, so I'll go next because my answer is the almost exact opposite of that. I started watching more YouTube than TV. I started.
I remember when that.
I had some nerdy shift in my life where I started feeling like, why am I watching all this useless TV when I can watch things that actually can either further educate me or broaden my understanding of something. And from there, I thought, hey, I can contribute to this. I've been making a joke for, I don't know, since my second year of law school, basically, that I've just found out that I don't want to be a lawyer. I just want to play one on TV. And that's kind of the root of my channel, because I think that people have such a misunderstanding of what actually being
Lawyers
a lawyer
do.
is like compared to, I don't know, pick your favorite LA Law, Suits. I mean, pick your favorite one in between, Ally McBeal, whatever.
Ace
Right.
Attorney.
I mean, just your favorite one, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, whatever. Right? anything legal, and it's pretty far from what it really is. And so I started thinking that I could make a reality show-ish, a look in on what it's like to actually be a lawyer, and also maybe deflate the lawyers are jerks general opinion of the population at the same time.
Yeah, and if any of you guys are watching, both of their links to their YouTube channels are in the description of this video.
Oh,
so
wow.
go check them out.
That's cool.
Tom.
I started mine. It was kind of similar to start with. Started watching a lot more YouTube than TV, and then I always was like, God, it'd be so cool to have a YouTube channel, make my own videos. And then as if not anyone could start a channel.
Yeah, like that could be you.
For some reason, I just didn't. And then I was also teaching digital media classes, but I was never making anything, and I didn't know what to make. And I'd have students go like, "Mr. Buck, what have you made lately?" And I'm like, I help you guys make your stuff. And then I decided a couple years ago, like, I want to actually make stuff because it's good for me. I want to get out of like making just stuff for school. I want to make my own things, but it's also like, it gives me street cred as a teacher to go like, hey, I'm actually making this stuff. And then I was watching a lot of like Casey Neistat at the time, and he made everything seem so accessible, of just like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can do it in a day. Like, that was a great way to start with just, it's easy, it's accessible, it's for everyone.
Yeah. I know for me, like, I had no idea what I was getting into. This was a whole world that this is how we met. This is how I learned everything that I know and that I do today. I've met friends online. I mean, in YouTube world and in creating world, that's where I felt like the most, I guess, valuable. Whereas before it was like I was kind of forcing myself to, I don't know, define success and meet these terms of success that I just didn't really care about. And then it was like, oh, I'm just going to make whatever I want to make with absolutely no care about who is watching. I just want to be able to look back at something. And that was like, it was so liberating. It was so much fun. I loved it. I love that entire process. And I think I've slowed down a little bit, especially after we met, because I think one of the reasons why I vlogged was because there was no one to talk to. Like I just needed to kind of talk about my journey, but now I vent to this one. So he is now my living vlog.
Loneliness with Heather Ramirez.
Yeah.
You're watching. I've got no one to talk to, so here we are live.
Straight up. I mean,
that makes me feel great about the opportunity to be here. As you know, I beat out nothing by like just barely beat out nothing.
Yeah,
I'll take
it. Well, okay. So what is something that if people don't create on YouTube, something that they maybe don't understand or don't know about what it's actually like to make these videos and run a channel?
Oh my gosh, really? There's like a wizard when I click the upload button. I do all this stuff based on like what other gurus and people who know what they're doing have told me to do. And then there's like a wizard who controls everything inside there. And they won't let me talk to the wizard. I don't know the wizard. Like, you know what I mean? I just post it up into the abyss and like hope that people see it. And I have no understanding. I mean, usually I have no real understanding of why the ones that take off. Like to think I figured it out. I think I've made at least 3 declarations of like, I've got it now. And like, so I don't think I've got it. I don't know if I'll ever get it, but that's the one thing I think people don't really understand at all, is that there's a very weird relationship between me uploading and thinking like, oh my goodness, everyone's about to see this. And then not everybody sees it.
Yeah.
That's a huge one, because that's what everyone's like. I don't want the whole world to see my stuff, and it's like, don't worry.
They're like, no, you do though. You do. Yeah. That's like the
one you do, 2 they won't.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point sometimes.
Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to know. Like I like these. There's a lot of people who post videos about the wizard, the algorithm, the whatever. And generally speaking, I don't find very many of them all that useful. So that's why to me it seems a little bit still mysterious. But I will also say, it's nothing of a business for me. It's very much like I run a law practice. This is an offshoot of my business. Sometimes I lose track of that factor, in all honesty. And so that's usually a really good way of like grounding my grandiose ideas. When I first started, I think I probably had like less than 100 subscribers. I mean, I'm not even over 300 yet, I don't think. No, I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Today.
Today. Yeah, right. I mean, you told me I had to do it by 100 and I'm like sweating it.
Let's do it today.
But the point being though, like someone said like, oh, do you have 1 million subscribers yet? And I was like, I mean, no, like no way. Like if I can get like 150 people to watch it, I'm like,
which is a lot though.
That's a lot of people.
So no, I mean, it just depends. I mean, I'll definitely say the ones that take off, and I mean, you have way bigger ones. I think both of you have way bigger ones than me. My biggest views, I think, is just over 30,000, and that almost scares me. And it got to a point where like I was at like the Get Air in Palm Desert, and some like 10-year-old recognized me, which freaked my family out. That's interesting. Which like that is also something that I mean, my videos are obviously catered to the desert as far
Right.
as like the things that get searched and stuff as well. So that may have something to do with it, but just that whole concept was very bizarre to me.
Yeah. I think you bring up a good point where there's so much work that goes into running a channel. It's not even just the video. I think people, if they don't know much about YouTube, they look at like, oh, there's just a person having fun, riding a skateboard, doing whatever, like just working in their office, and they just push upload and it just goes out. But it's like, oh my God, the planning, the editing, the uploading process, even just thinking about what you're going to do next.
Oh.
I mean, we were just talking about call to action.
Did I wear this shirt last time I vlogged?
Exactly.
Oh man,
I'm wearing my VidCon shirt.
Yeah, it's
I will also note though, but going back to my whole like I got recognized story, I got recognized by like a 10-year-old, and I have a law firm vlog. So
cool.
like not, I mean, it might be cool, but it's like not really my target.
He's probably not going to call an attorney anytime soon.
Yeah, or if he does, I don't think I want to do it. Like whatever he wants to sue his parents for, I'm probably not, you know? But you see what I'm saying? Like, so there's also that. That's why I kind of talk about like the wizard behind it, because even if I'm getting whatever many views, if it's a bunch of 10-year-olds, let's say, before like they're doing Fortnite or whatever, that's not necessarily beneficial.
Right.
Who is your target audience, Amir?
Probably people that hate lawyers, I like to say. I mean, I think that's kind of, if you have like a preset, a preconditioned, a preset idea of like what lawyers are like, or maybe you even had like a bad experience with one. I don't know. I think that's kind of probably the target audience a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's like this intimidation factor that I'm really trying to get rid of. A lot of the videos, I think to some extent, that's a big part of it that I don't really think about that much, but gets brought up by people that watch the videos quite a bit. That like, like I'm in jeans.
Well, you said something funny when we
like law practice.
When we met, you were like, people want their kids to go to law school. They're happy when their kids like meet or start dating like a lawyer or someone in law school. But then in the world, they're like, we hate lawyers. And it's like, well, which is it?
All lawyers are a-holes, right? And then, but I want my daughter to marry one, or my son to marry one. I want them to go to law school. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an interesting.
That is
It's an interesting thing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, I like to kind of that. I mean, I guess in one part it's that, but then I guess in another part it is for just anyone that's maybe like interested in becoming a lawyer. Like that's an angle I didn't think about.
I'm curious about.
That's kind of maybe
at VidCon, I met so many channels from people who did very career specific content, and like we met a couple of software engineers in Silicon Valley, and they're female software engineers, so their channel's like super niche, but it's everything from a day in the life, how to get into the career. Networking, blah, 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 extracurricular activities, whatever, all of that. And they have like six-figure channels.
Yeah. I mean, I've come across an old picture of me where a patch of hair fell out when I was studying for the bar exam, like true story.
Oh, wow.
And so we talked about making the next episode. I point again because Louis over there, off screen hiding. But, so we've talked about making that, like, how to patch or my experience with, or like whatever. I don't exactly know how we'll cater it because I don't think I necessarily am the person to say how to, I don't know if I have all that sauce. But like at least give my experience and how I did it and how I think you need to go about doing it, or my opinion on it.
I will also add for two of my clients, their most successful videos are a day in the life in their career.
See, the problem is like the juice of what people mostly want to see, I can't show them.
Right.
Like the client problem. Like I can't walk out of the meeting. Like this is where Gary Vee kills me, right? He walks out of the meeting and he tells you everything that just happened. Like I just told them, Budweiser, they're going to do this thing with them. And it's like, dude, what? I can't do any of that. I can't name the client. I can't tell you what their problem is. I mean, the real time of it is definitely gone for me.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing a lot of research on this because I think I'm going to try to do something like that. But I found this... She started her channel when she was a med school student. Now she's doing a day in the life of being a doctor. But she can't do that either.
Yeah. I can't do it with my students either. It's like super limiting.
You can't take the camera into the hospital. She doesn't do that, but her channel is freaking huge.
Yeah, I mean, so is the pimple popper though.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's the wizard is in there, man. The wizard's like, and pimple popper, and I mean, that's just how it is. That's just how it is.
I did a day in the life video that I love and no one watches it.
I loved your day in the life.
I love it. It's awesome.
Before we started this though, on a little bit of a more serious topic than the pimple popper at least, I think catering to viewers and viewership and views is a recipe for like the YouTube depression that people talk about. Because I think it's so hard to get the whole wizard on your side, right? Yeah. That when you put so much in it. And so, I mean, the day in the life thing doesn't really fit what, I mean, in a weird way, all my episodes are a day in the life without me really ever saying it. And so like, that's kind of, I don't cater to the things that are popular, and I try to encourage other people not to either. It's in a weird way. Like if you build it, they will come. Not like if you go over to them and say you need this, they will accept it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's a little bit more my attitude with it. And I personally find myself falling victim to the whole like, well, we made this video, and especially because Luis and I work pretty hard on these things.
Yeah, they're good.
A lot of people have no idea. I mean, some of them we get so lucky, like the hawk. I still talk about the hawk. I mean, I can't believe we came across the hawk lady. Like, what are the odds of that? I didn't even know there was a hawk lady. Right. And then we're going there to film for completely unrelated reasons, and here comes this lady with like a hawk. I mean, and she's so agreeable to like put the hawk on my face and like fly it around and like let us film, and it just was a organic, awesome, great bump-in type experience. And to catch it all on the vlog was like very cool, and so there's definitely things like that I just think maybe that also answered the whole what do people don't think about the vlog. Right. 75% of it I work really hard to prepare for, and then 25% of it sometimes takes over everything. Right. You never know. I mean, the goal was not to have a hawk in it. Like I think the episode even has the word hawk in the title of it. That was never the right. It's like we're gonna find a lady with a hawk, Yeah.
I think the last time we saw you guys, we were just in the Best Buy parking lot. Yeah. And you were like, "Yeah, we don't know what we're gonna do today." And I think that was the video where you were talking about Palm Desert downtown redevelopment.
I don't know if it was that one. It might have been Lemonade. It might have been the lemonade stand.
Oh, I think it was the lemonade stand.
It might have been the lemonade stand.
Yeah.
Which, we got lucky on that one too. I was talking about like how it would be great to showcase a small business, and then literally there's a sign that says like lemonade stand. I was like, boom, showcase the lemonade stand. And then it ends up being a lemon farmer. Like, what are the odds of that? Right. Like, I mean, what are the odds of this stuff?
That's what it was.
It was crazy. I mean, that's a part of it that people don't understand, that it's like everyone thinks you have to stand in front of some amazing thing.
Right.
Like,
no, totally not. Yeah.
I'm here with Tom. But like, how many times can I be here with Tom? Right. At some point, like either you get sick of being here with Tom
quickly,
or like I just run out of Toms to be here with. Like that's also part of my concern with going to like a interview style channel. Is that like what happens if I don't have anyone to talk to that week? Then I can't be an interview channel. Like, so I don't know. It's that's where I go back to the whole don't cater to views, have it be natural.
Right.
Yeah.
That was what my channel was supposed to be. It's because it's called the Enthusiasm Project. What I wanted to do was showcase people who are like doing stuff they're super enthusiastic about, whether it's a job or not, but just because like I don't get the idea of being bored. I don't like apathy. It's like we're all gonna die at some point. Your time is super limited. Use it really well. And I was like, cool. And I had my whole list of people. Like I'm gonna talk to this person, this person, this person. And I was like, well, I could realistically do maybe one a month, one every 2 months. That's like 8 videos a year.
I know. Oh my gosh.
That's not what
the thought of that.
That doesn't work.
Weekly is a lot.
Weekly is enough especially with like a job.
And I mean, I got it. The 2-man team over here.
Yeah.
I feel like weekly is a lot.
What I've started doing, which I'm working on the video now, is to start scheduling out videos. And I've never done that, but I'm using my summer break to just like try to just like crank out videos that are still good. So that way, like they're just
the caveat that are still good.
They're still good.
Not just crank out anything I can.
No,
just they still got
good videos. But it's where 4 weeks are scheduled out. So every week they're just there, and then one goes scheduled out. Now there's 3, and then I make a video and it goes 4. So that way that pressure's gone of like, oh god, it's the weekend and I'm super tired, but I gotta make a video. It's like it's cool if I get sick, if we get busy, you have to go to a wedding this weekend or something, like not a problem. Mm-hmm. Like, and that it is so different to approach things like that.
And I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah, I didn't because
like I love the fact that we made a video. I was talking to Luis about like a baseball player who from the Mets who has this contract that pays him like forever. Like he basically gave up some money on the front, and I just started telling him the story. Like, did you know today's the day that guy gets his check? And all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's like, "Here, say to the camera." And like, we made like a little short for like Instagram. So like for me, the idea of like planning them out, I like being able to talk on not necessarily like what's going on today in my office, because as far as things in the legal sense, it's obviously a little bit hidden away. Right. But as far as current events, though, like it's nice to be able to talk about current events. Which, interestingly enough, anytime I talked about the Supreme Court, like they all dinged me because it was like a political video, political. Like careful. No advertising.
It's not like you can.
I think I said that I think I said that whether or not you want to have Kavanaugh as your judge, blah, 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 blah. And that was enough for me to
enough.
say. Watch it.
Wow.
I you know what though? I also have a post. I believe it's on my Twitter feed, seldom viewed Twitter feed. Before Trump was elected, when it was still the election, I said the most important decision the next president will make will be Supreme Court justice appointments.
Yes.
And I feel like this was my it's like a victory lap that no one cares about, but like for me,
Gary does and like screenshot it. And be
yeah, but like no one cares.
Right.
Like I care, no one cares.
Oh my god.
But it doesn't mean I'm not like flexing in the mirror though. Like for myself, I'm like, look at me.
Okay, really quick. Hi, Martin. Thanks for the super chat. He always does $1.23. James and Mark are here. Hello. Buy my channel. Content is hard to batch because it involves eating, and I have capacity issues. Yes.
See, I don't get anything like that. Like when you're in a law firm, nobody talks about capacity issues.
Yeah. Well, that's hard though too, because when I started my channel, I was like, I'm not going to care about subscribers. I'm not going to care about views.
See, that's what I am.
I'm going to make whatever video I want. And then I was like, but I do like it when people watch my videos.
See, that's the problem. That's the poison.
It is.
Like you can't touch that stuff.
This is why I feel like my new strategy, it like prevents me from.
But I feel like I feel like there is a balance you can strike. It's just really hard to like.
Because like for my business, I just moved everything to the business channel. And if I want to vlog now, if I'm vlogging, it goes on the vlog channel, and I don't have to think about strategy or growth or whatever, because I don't care to grow the vlog channel. Like if you're there to watch it, cool. It's also there for me to look back. The thing I want to grow is a business channel. That's where I'm going to be strategic with the optimization, planning the content, scheduling it, all of that.
So that's a balance.
Yeah. But the vlog, like, that's why I was like, you want to go live? Let's go live.
So I tell real estate agents, I do like a lot of talks at brokers' offices in my law firm. I tell them all, like, the moment you pursue money is the moment you're going to get yourself sued.
Yeah.
Right. And so I tell them, like, don't chase money. Let the money chase you. I use Ben here as my example. If I had like a piece of meat, right, and I just put it down in front of Ben, like Ben would eat it unquestionably, like probably without a second, like eat it cold, right? But if I took a piece of meat, and I don't know, maybe Ben's a little more aggressive than the average dog, but if I took a piece of meat and like shoved it in his mouth, like tried to force him to eat it, he would refuse it, wanting to know what it is. Yeah. And like that's how I look at it when it comes to like chasing the views and chasing the subscribers, right? Like I kind of feel like when you say it's a balance, I kind of feel like you got to let it come to you.
Yeah.
Like the guy who asked the lady out and says, like, are you available Friday night? How about Saturday morning, Sunday afternoon? Are you available? And like, there's no way she's going to say yes, right? It's like that's how I feel about like chasing it. And like I said earlier, I definitely do myself fall victim to it. But I almost say this out loud to all of you as a reinforcement to myself as well. Like, it's got to be way more about like the creator and the desire for them to make the creative, in my opinion, if you wanted to be successful.
Well, that's where the sustainability comes into.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's no way, like, I don't think you could get any of the big channels that you like to watch, that you just enjoy watching, if you force them to make it about some topic because that's their sponsor.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be interesting anymore.
Yeah. But see, it's not even, because I always fall back to Postmates, right? Because I could chase the views and just make a bunch of videos about Postmates, but I refuse to.
Yeah.
But there is also this, the marketing career in me that's like, you have to be strategic in that if someone's subscribing to your channel for a reason, then they want more of that content. For a vlog channel, yeah, I'm subscribing to your life. I'm subscribing to you, make it about whatever.
Personality.
Right. But if I I think because for me, I'm different, that I'm trying to use YouTube as a platform to sell a product. I have to be like, okay, if you're subscribing to this channel, you're trying to use YouTube to get more clients for your business, right?
But again, I still believe you have to make your item, what you want to do, as the sales item, the forefront. Like, just because everybody wants to buy, I don't know, like this type of candy bar over here, you shouldn't just automatically make the same thing.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
See, the funny thing is I'm starting to apply the principles from my like actual real business to my YouTube channel, which was I didn't bend my own personal desires of what I was building in a law practice to fit where the clients were. Yeah. Because I was getting a lot of like divorce cases in the very beginning, and I didn't want to do divorce law. So, but in the beginning, I needed someone to help pay the bills, to keep the electricity on. So I took like 2 or 3, had 2 or 3 bad experiences out of 2 or 3, right? And so I didn't really want to do it, and I decided I literally made the choice of I'd rather starve and spend my time trying to find the business and real estate cases than actually spending my time working on these divorce cases that A, I don't like, B, I'm probably not doing as good of a job on them because I don't like them. And so I've been starting to apply that more to my viewpoints on the channel. And just last week, Luis's girlfriend Becky was in town visiting, and I kind of went off about why do we even make videos if only 50 views?
Right.
5 of them are my family,
Right.
so that leaves 45. And of the 45, I think only half of them are watching more than the first minute. So I'm getting 20 people that watch maybe 4 minutes of a 6-minute video. Why am I doing this at all? And that was because I was dousing myself in the views are what matters, subscribers what matters, poison. And then the next time I see Luis, I'm like, hey, just so you know, don't worry about anything I just said. That was all me getting all crazy about the stuff that I recognize once I kind of come down off that weird mental position. So I do believe that your business of YouTube will grow by you continuing to do what you're most interested in.
Yeah.
Not by you journeying towards where you think the views are.
Yeah.
Because where you think the views are is where everyone thinks the views are. So when everyone goes and fishes in that area, it's like all the lawyers being in Indian Wells, and I'm not there. I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
Right.
I know there are fish in Indian Wells. I get it. And I see there's all the fishermen are over there. But there's also fish in other parts of the town. And I'm the only boat.
Right.
Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. You see what I mean? But this is what I'm saying for I really do believe from the YouTube standpoint. Sometimes you have to put the best bait in the water, and the fish will come over to you.
Right.
That was amazing.
I like that.
Even I like that.
That was good.
That was good. That was deep.
Quote that.
Dude, did you write that
That was
down,
deep.
Luis? That was amazing. Put that. Seriously.
We can pull the audio from the stream.
Yeah, give that back
Put it
to
over
me.
some footage.
Yeah,
Give that
we'll
back
make
to
a
me.
clip out of this.
I need to open a Patreon or something now.
Yeah.
And everybody can send me $1.
Yeah, you
I don't even know what that is, to be honest. Someone asked me about it the other day, and I Googled it. Yeah.
It's a membership site.
Yeah, there's a guy that makes videos from India that he talks about it on. That's how I looked into it. I'm
Angel?
what is it? I don't know.
Worthyful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I know his handle.
Angel
Yeah.
Chavez.
Yeah. So he posted about how thanks to my Patreon supporters, and I was
awesome. Good for
what's a
him.
Patreon supporter?
Yeah, it's
no offense, guy. I didn't sign up. No offense.
it's allows you to create a membership off of your audience. So you can.
Oh, so they're chipping into the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the $5 level, you get extra bonus content. At the $10 level, you get a live stream.
Or he just
You
uses
set
a
the
tip
levels.
jar or
Yeah.
whatever.
I was worried that maybe Ben didn't like that because he got up and left. He's like, no. He's like, I don't
He's
know.
not a Patreon
He's
guy.
Yeah.
He's like, do it for free. When you get big enough, you can have ads.
Yeah.
Like everybody else. Right? Don't short circuit the system. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Did you teach Ben that?
No,
No,
he
he's
just
just-
does
He does it because he likes it.
Oh, it's food time.
Oh, he's like, excuse me, it's food
his
time.
dinner.
Yeah.
That's like, comment, and subscribe to feed Ben.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
see what else we could talk about. I don't know.
I mean, I like talking about because the thing with YouTube channels is our stuff is different. If you look at the really big channels, the quote unquote successful ones, and then you talk about the wizard and the algorithms, and people are like, yeah, you got to do this and that. It reminds me a lot of actors and actresses where you're you see everyone going to the theater schools and the improv troupes or whatever, but then every big actor and actress has a totally different story of how they got to where they are. And most of the big channels are that way. They have totally different stories of how they got started, why they got started. You're I don't know, you could probably draw some similarities, but it's just such a that's why you kind of just got to do your own thing.
There is no one
because you don't, you're just chasing a moving target. That's why.
Yeah.
You
should just enjoy
moving undefinable target that no one can see.
and doesn't
YouTube
exist.
is constantly changing. Yeah, totally.
Why do you make videos, Luis? Hiding over there. Come over here. Come be the Threes Company guy.
See.
Come jump in the back here. This is my videographer, Luis. He makes me look good. That's it.
Just sit here.
Yeah, there you go. Come on, join us here, buddy. So what makes you videography guy? Take it easy, Ben. Wow.
Ben, you can
Dude,
share the
did you see
spotlight.
that? Did you see what happened? Luis got close to me. Ben got super jealous. Or maybe he's jealous that you got. Whoa, I thought it was me. Maybe it's not me.
I don't know.
Why do you make videos, Luis? What's in it? What do you
Yeah.
like about making videos? Not to take over. I'm just
No, go ahead, go.
I don't know. I've just always been a visual person. I know Heather was saying the other day that whenever she had a school project, the teacher gave an option like to do an essay or a video. I would always also do like visual route.
100%.
Always. So yeah, I mean, just it started from like, I mean, I'm a huge car guy. I started with like wanting to be like a car designer. That led to like me liking art, music. I make music, and I mean, I'm generally like a creative person. Yeah. So yeah.
Just because this is fun for me, real quick, if you just indulge me. You said you make music. You have new music coming out? Is the project finished yet?
No, okay.
Sorry, I had to. I just had to.
Okay, I've been working on an EP
shots.
for 6 years.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I would be
extended
6
play.
years.
No, the funny thing is that I was watching some videos of it yesterday, and some of my tracks. That's why I know 6 years, because I was thinking like, how long has it been since I haven't made music? 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to use them in the vlogs.
Dude,
I want to use the music
that'd
in the
be
vlogs.
great.
I'm trying to say, like, this is,
Solve all your problems.
I mean, why not?
I mean,
Why not?
That's what I had to do the other day, because I wanted to use I need a song for a
that is what you did.
podcast, and I was like, and no music licensing sites let you use songs for podcasts unless you have a continuing license. And I was like, I don't have to pay every month forever. It's like, I'll just record a thing real quick.
Yeah,
And then
just
I
make
set the
your
rest
own.
of the thing.
Oh wait, no, I can't use that even. Darn it.
But then it's like, I own this. I'm not going to copyright myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to claim
That's
my
pretty
own thing.
awesome. Did you make a song?
I did. I mean, it's just a little short, like a surf rocky thing. It sounds fine.
Nice.
It's good enough.
Have you guys live stream on your channel?
No,
never.
it's
kind of scary.
very.
No.
Yeah. Well, we were trying before you guys
cuts out
came
all
here.
the inappropriate stuff I do.
We spent forever trying to set up like the good cameras and all this stuff, and it wasn't
Yeah,
working.
and
And
it
I was
didn't
like, so I'm gonna make a video about. I always make about like tools and products and stuff, and people are always like, "You sponsored? This is just an ad for whatever." I'm like, no, it's not. Like, this is just a thing I own that I like. But I'm gonna make a video that's like the 5 things that are just total garbage.
That he hates. Negative
And we're 1 and 2.
reviews.
Okay.
I'm 1. Luis is 2. The camera's 3.
No,
I like Ben. I think Ben's a great addition here to the.
he always is.
I know.
If you need,
Adds like a warm, like
Yeah.
sense of home to the.
Oh,
shop.
shush. Stop being insecure.
No, it's okay. Be insecure. Dog out a little bit.
I did want to point something out though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, do it.
This is where kind of my expertise comes into play.
Oh, here we go.
So, you know how you guys are not, I wouldn't say struggling, but you guys want to put in towards where you guys want to go as far as like your channel, right?
Yeah.
So there's this one song that I made. It was completely improv. Actually, so I was recording with my friends, Priscilla. So shout out to Priscilla, awesome singer.
Oh.
So we were making the song in my attic. We were just having fun. I even, let in some like some of my voice, like trying to like directing her, like, oh yeah, do this, blah blah. And I sound so like dumb, right? But I left that in there in the song. And it just makes it like has like a character. I don't know. It's just very warm,
authentic.
fuzzy.
Yeah.
And that song was the one song that like shot me like that song has like more than 500,000 plays.
Yeah.
And it's
That's crazy.
it's like, to me,
Yeah.
I'm a huge perfectionist. That song was like the quickest, like not like don't think about it, just like record.
Our vlog though is like that too. Our second most popular
Exactly,
video.
that's what I'm saying.
I say in the very beginning of it, no, you can use this. Because he started with the camera down because I'm talking about a family event that I went to. And he's literally started to put the camera on, and I say, no, you can use this.
That's
so amazing that you say that.
my most popular
probably
video.
true.
I told you about the day in the life. I made a day in the life video. I spent all day, did this whole thing, edited together.
Yeah.
At the end of that video, I end up back here, and I'm like, oh, I just got my new Apple Watch. I think I'm gonna make a video real quick where I compare them. And literally, I ended that video and I started another one where I in real time compared this one and my old Apple Watch.
30 minutes.
It took 2 hours from like, I'm gonna make a video to upload it. That is my most viewed video.
Really?
My entire
No,
shit.
and then like my EP that I've been planning.
Yeah.
I've had it like it's been in the works for 6 years.
Yeah, your most viewed video is a Postmates video in your car that's like
My top
10 steps and it's
5
missing one of the
videos?
steps.
Yeah, exactly. I was doing top 10 tips, and I was.
I'm gonna sue your channel.
I only had 9.
Fraud.
I had to go
There's not even
back
10
out.
tips. This is
No,
a
there are 10.
misrepresentation.
But I had to go back out. And it's dark, so it's
You had
like
to go.
daytime, and then one of them is in the car because I was like, oh
So
shit.
back when I was filming my own, I had to edit where I realized I didn't do an intro. Like I was like, oh my God, like I was done. I didn't do an intro. So I figured I had to do it inside because it was dark outside now.
Right.
I put all my clothes back on.
Yeah.
Like I was already,
I've done that.
I put all my clothes back on. Yeah, but for you, it's like what? Like for me, it's like a shirt, a dress shirt, slacks. You know what I mean? Like I put it all back on and I like opened the door and I'm like, on this episode, you know, like, I had to like do something, you know, but I felt so weird. Like my shirt's all wrinkled and stuff. Like if you really pay attention, you can see.
So what does that mean? If
Wait.
your most popular song is the one
Unplanned.
if all of our basically most popular videos are the ones that just were,
it's like you got to be authentic. They're most authentic when they're like the most.
I want to ask James and Marcus. James is on. James, are your most popular videos ones that you planned?
Can you tell me who James is real quick? As long as we're waiting for him to answer.
it's
Yeah,
a great story.
Yeah, who's James? James, who are you? But you probably can't say. So Heather will say.
James is a college friend of mine. We met sophomore year of college. He started a YouTube channel probably 3 months after I did, and is I don't know.
For like 13K or
yeah,
something.
13,000.
Wow. And what does James's channel talk about? Plug James for. No, I mean.
He is a mukbang channel.
He's a
so him and his husband, they eat in front of the camera.
What did you call it?
Mukbang. It's like a thing.
My
It's like a
girlfriend loves
genre.
that. I have no idea.
It's just
It's
they're talking about what they're eating. Like this is.
It's
good,
just
you
like
should
you're
try
having
it.
dinner with somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're
like-
talking about the ingredients, talking about how it tastes, they're talking about
They're
their
talking
day.
about their day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just talking
And it's
about
usually
whatever.
like big amounts, right?
There's
Or
a-
is it
No,
just-
it doesn't have to be. I mean, I think that's
Dude,
what the.
we gotta do this. Let's do this one time.
I know,
Can we? How many people can be in a mukbang?
I mean, whatever. Yeah.
You just
I mean,
put
people do it
you put like a
live.
camera in front of every person or something. Like how do
No,
you?
it's just.
It's just like
Yeah,
the
one of the
camera
best-
and then like the food.
Oh, and then everyone's
the-
like sitting around the table this way. Oh, we have to do that.
Okay,
That
here's
sounds
like an
fantastic.
example.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah. And they do all kinds of.
But
different
it's not like a
foods.
skit. Like they just talk freely,
Yeah.
like normal.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do
We're
like
doing
a weekly
that.
live stream.
We
and
are.
then they
No
do,
offense, James. Not that I want to like steal your shine. I'm just saying.
Like-
I want to mukbang with my friends. Did I say that wrong?
No, that's it. I think the genre is known for like people doing
Benny
like
shush.
Huge
super
amounts,
spicy or super huge amounts, but for them, it's like their love for food. I mean, James has been a foodie since the day I've known him.
Did he answer?
No, but
I
the
can't
last thing
read
he had
it.
said before that was dogs increase engagement in videos for sure.
Oh yeah.
in the back of
that's
theirs,
true.
their dog always goes on the couch.
Yeah.
Point.
That's true.
They have a dog.
We'll have to bring Stardust
Um,
into the mix a little bit more.
But I'm sure. Oh, I think their most popular one, if I remember right. I'm sorry if I'm speaking out of
Seafood
turn.
boil.
Yeah, is a seafood boil.
Because seafood boil is really, really expensive
Interesting.
to have that. So I think it's something
What was
that people
that,
don't
Benny?
have access
Did
to.
you scare yourself
Did I
away?
put my
Come
foot
here,
on you
man.
or something?
Come
I'm
here.
sorry if I
Come
did.
here.
You jerked up. I must have moved my leg in the wrong way.
Hey, can you please?
It's okay.
I see what you're
We're
doing.
friends. We're friends.
I think
Everyone's
this
a
is
Ben
hungry.
friend.
Yeah, Ben and I are. I mean, Stardust is gonna wonder why I smell like you, Ben.
You
Other than
ate the
that,
frying pan earlier, so you can't be that hungry.
the frying pan.
I was filming my video, and then he got into the skillet that was on the stove and was like
Oh, nice.
licking the leftovers.
See, I've had a small dog for a long time.
Yeah,
so I forgot
he's so big.
the
Oh,
joys
yeah.
of large dog life.
See, I've never had a large dog until I moved here. But anyway,
Did James
Well-
answer? Or is James taking too long?
James
He's
is
got-
eating spaghetti.
He's eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want to eat spaghetti. Where are we? Are we mukbanging the spaghetti?
Dude, we can mukbang. I mean, not right now, but we should.
We should. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, make sure you get Luis in there.
He's never on
How,
camera.
yeah, how do you feel about being on
Bigfoot
camera, Luis?
sighting.
Since
You're
you have
on the
Bigfoot?
front of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
camera.
For the first time, yeah.
How do you feel? You feel all right?
I'm fine. I mean, I feel like I'm just talking to you guys like, without
Yeah.
the camera. So
Yeah, that's the.
I mean,
awkward.
I don't know how you guys do it. Like when you're recording by yourself, that's challenging. for me.
Awkward.
Yeah, awkward.
It gets easier.
Yeah, I bet.
I
But I mean,
I
this
think
just
it's
feels
a
so
little-
natural.
I think it's a little harder to talk to him. Like,
Oh, because they can't respond?
Yeah, because
I'm here, but
he's
I-
not responding
Right.
to me, and people,
Yeah.
and we. I mean, I don't know how much attention you get walking by yourself. I'm sure you get some, but I feel like the two-man
Oh,
crew.
yeah.
It
That
like
looks like a
it's like
thing.
quasi I'm quasi famous, and even once he puts the camera down, like people don't stop like wondering what we're doing, kind of
Right.
thing.
That's true.
Because there's like
Yeah.
the two of us. Whereas like I think when you're by yourself, once you put it down, people are like, oh, they're like not filming anymore, you know.
yeah,
But
the
I don't
camera
know.
just sits there. It doesn't react when you're.
I also like it because my most successful friends, whose names are not you. Hey, watch it. I'm live streaming here. She laid back down. My most successful friends, if you will, like from a financial success standpoint, they always say like, "Oh, I wish I had someone that could follow me around all the time." And I'm like, "Okay, well, you can.
I don't know.
You
Yeah.
totally can. You
Yeah.
can. It's not like, but
There
it's
are
just funny to
people.
me. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could do that. Like, I'm like, do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
you could.
So,
That was like me watching YouTube. I wish I could have a channel.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
it.
click create account. That's it.
Yeah.
No, but the first time you post, I mean, I was, especially because my early first 15 videos are, on a GoPro edited by me with like less than zero skill. I didn't even practice that much before I like just sort of started going for it. And I was very nervous before I pushed
my
Same
upload
here.
button.
My first video, because I had the tech background, but I didn't have the in front of camera thing, and I spent like a day and a half writing the script. I think I spent an hour and a half setting up perfect 3-point lighting, setting up my camera, getting my focus. Took me like hours to film the whole thing, hours and hours to edit it, and I was like, this is not sustainable.
Yeah, I also filmed for like 30 minutes and edited for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
I know
Oh
it
my
took me
God.
forever. I was like, oh
Yeah,
god.
Okay, Ghost to Lane. Would you agree YouTube is exhausting?
Yes.
No. You don't edit. No, okay, I guess that's true. I don't edit. I gotta come up. But also, I think the exhausting part is because like people spend so much time planning their videos, and we don't do that much planning. Like part of it is supposed to be like authentic and real. It's exhausting when you start watching the viewership.
I think when I think exhausting like going to the gym. Like it's exhausting, but it feels so good to export a video. It feels so good to have it like uploaded, to have it finished. You made a thing like that. It's like when you're done at the gym and you're tired and sore, but
It feels good.
it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by exhausting. Like,
I'm still not with that. I don't feel that peak level of excitement until a couple weeks after it's been like I feel like I have to look back in little ways and then these two really every time, huh?
Yeah, they don't.
I get the immediate like once it's uploaded and it's done. It's just the feeling of like
I get
it's
that
so
too.
good.
Now everybody knows how I feel between a EOS 547 lens and an
Yes.
EOS 543
Yes.
lens.
If you want to know the difference between 4K bit rates on the Sony A7 III and the Canon EOS R, wait till Thursday.
I mean, the real question is though, do you think you're good at like Mario Kart too? Is there like more to this
I'm
actual quality
freaking
than
good at Mario Kart.
So that's our next thing because I'm
Are you good?
I can Mario Kart.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm good at it. Like I claim
You
to be
should
good at
Twitch.
like Madden or whatever like that because I play football. Like
I can only
I don't
play like 4
football,
games.
But I mean Madden. I definitely tried the Mario Kart thing.
I can kart a Mario. I beat high school students, and that I feel is
That's
Yeah.
definitely
That says a
something.
lot.
yeah. I was real shocked.
Ghost to Lane, if you're still there and you also create on YouTube, I would love to hear whether you think creating on YouTube is exhausting. D Millie
Yeah,
Channel
I mean
says,
we'll ask the questions here.
yeah.
All right. I'm an attorney. I ask the questions. I don't answer the
D
questions.
Millie Channel says you work so hard on your channel. Thank you.
Just talking to Tom.
Ghost to Lane says it's extremely exhausting. I actually went through burnout and took a long break.
What?
I've
Hold
been
on.
there.
Can Ghost to Lane tell us what their video is like? What are your videos about? What is your creative angle?
Yeah.
What's your channel about?
Yeah,
Break it down for us.
give me your elevator.
Okay,
speech.
Ghost to Lane, 255,000 subscribers.
Come on, Ghost to Lane.
Okay, tell us.
Let's
I got
see.
two on my.
Oh, it's
200
a
yeah.
gamer channel.
Oh, a gamer channel. Okay.
Most popular video, not that's what we're defined by.
We are
5.6 million views.
I mean, come on, Ghost to Lane. Am I saying it right even? Come on. No
but
wonder
hey,
you're
you know
burned
what?
out.
Okay, yeah, exactly. You know, I mean,
This is why it's great though, because that's where it really doesn't even matter because the burnout for someone with 12 subscribers,
it's the same.
you're dealing with a lot of the same issues.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
You gotta be motivated when you see the thing tick 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 tick
Well,
tick,
yeah,
tick
I'm-
up.
He does League of Legends.
But I think you hit.
Dude, I got 296, and I spent 7 years in school to share the information. 296, by the way, not like 2 million. 296. I charge $400 an hour for the information that I just hang it out for free. Like, see, that's what's funny about the whole Gary V. Like, because I definitely adopt the Gary V model, right? Like, give your information away for free. I agree, and give it away for free because no one's listening anyway. But if you're like showing the video game playing, which by the way, I play vids, whatever here and there, right? Then all of a sudden you're gonna get viewers. Like, could I get more viewers if I decided to launch like I'm a lawyer and I can beat you at this video game? And the answer is probably yes.
Yeah, but you know what? See, I think you are in such a unique spot where you have a full-time job, and I think Ghost Lane is exhausted, and I can resonate in if you're trying to make this your like main source of income.
Where food comes from.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it's your bread and butter, that's where the pressure is just like, okay, I get it. We have you almost have to, I don't want to say chase the views, but you have to be strategic with the growth.
Because being a lawyer is pretty easy. I mean, generally most people, right? No, and I totally agree with what you're saying. As soon as how you feed yourself and how you keep electricity on is on the line, I totally agree. So I don't mean to make light of it, but because I definitely I use my YouTube as much more of like an attempt at a creative outlet.
Right.
And so it is when I lose track of it as it being a creative outlet that's when I feel all the animosity. So I definitely can attest to the fact that like I get those feelings about my law practice undoubtedly. Like when I have a slow month, I start to worry about like everything, which I imagine would be like if you have a month of poor views or whatever, like if it's where your bread and butter is coming from, right? Yeah. So I definitely get it, but as someone with 296 followers, it's like hard for me to have like shed that tear. Or like, you know, my boy over here who's like playing vids, getting paid to play video games on the internet. Like, you know what? I used to play video games when I was a kid. My parents told me, put that away, go to your books, go be a lawyer. And now Ghost of Lane's like mocking me on the live stream.
Says,
I love you, Ghost of Lane, by the way. I'm subscribed.
Free legal advice does sound pretty nice, not gonna lie. I like Gary Vee. I can hear his voice in my head when I'm being lazy. You're gonna die.
Yeah, no, hey, you know what? That's good on Gary Vee for that, because that's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's not wrong. And hey, if it motivates you to like continue to grow your channel with the 250,000+ subscribers, more power to you. There's also like there's a different level of desiring to push yourself forward once you do reach a success point too. Like people always assume like it's just, like I always hear all the time, like my mother's a physician, right? She's a doctor. It's like, oh, your mom was a doctor. You had a huge head start. Oh yeah. So I should just kick back and eat the bonbons then. Right? I mean, there's also that, like, don't get me wrong. I definitely can appreciate the struggle for people who like don't have a mom who's a doctor. Like, don't get me wrong. But I think that every person has their own version of the struggle. Right. So I'm trying to even shine my light on the Ghost of Light guy. I'm sure there's parts of it that are definitely difficult, even though I'm over here saying like you play video games, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm definitely everybody has their own like issues. But even
Jack Ponte talked about this at VidCon. You have to. I think it's helpful for every creator to have a very clear mission about why you are creating, especially on YouTube. Because if you don't have a mission that you are dedicating all of this time and effort towards, then it is so easy to get caught up in the views, and you start defining success as that, because of course every time you log onto YouTube, that's the first thing that you see. For sure. So that's why it's you need to have your own mission and come up with your own metrics to measure progress towards that mission. Everything else is data to kind of analyze, okay, are you making forward progress on the real thing that matters?
I thank God that I had none of these analytics on my law practice.
Oh my gosh.
My law practice made like negative money for the first 4 or 5 months. Like if I was calculating views as often as I look at like my little YouTube count, I would have shut the thing down probably. Like, I mean, I just think sometimes, especially because I am just a little guy trying to grow it or whatever, and it isn't my main source of income. It isn't 100% of my focus. That stuff is definitely the law firm. But I just think, I don't know how much that would have messed with my head. Sometimes I wish I didn't know that, like, what the click-through rate was or whatever. Like, even when people tell you like, oh, wow, that's a great number. Like, it seems small, like 10%. Like, I don't know what the right, it's like one of those things. A lot of that, sometimes I have to go to YouTube channels and watch like, what is a good click-through. I have to educate myself on what my target should be, because just to give like that, in many ways, I look at that as like, that's like Luis's department.
Right. You know what's interesting? Since I started, scheduling out my videos, and I said you didn't want to schedule yours out, but when I log into YouTube Studio, the first 3 videos it shows you, now it just says scheduled. There's no view counts.
Yeah,
so I don't see my view counts anymore. I could if I click, but I'm too lazy.
Religiously checks the numbers. It's insane. Yeah, like, let's be honest. How many times you check
a day? 25.
What?
Yeah, probably
multiple times an hour.
I mean, anytime I pick up my phone and check my mail, I'll just like, where's it at? Okay.
I trained.
There's nothing happening on my channel. Like, there's just nothing there. Like, I mean, I'm so small still. Like, that's what's so funny about it to me. Like, if I check that many times, like, nothing happens. You know what happens? Like, Gary Vee posted something. Like, somebody else is like, like, I just got to be honest with you. It's just not that much for me.
Ghost Lane says, I remember just staring at my sub count 24/7 when I first started. When my video launches, I'm addicted to the real-time view count. I mean, if you have like hundreds of thousands of people watching, I
Yeah, the real-time view count would be so cool.
Yeah, like anyone would want to watch that.
I got 37 in a week on my last post. Could you imagine watching the real-time view count?
Well, it's like when people show their
Like grass growth.
their subscriber thing, they show like the number ticking over to like 1 million subscribers in their videos,
Yeah.
and then I
It's
watch
just
my
goes
live
do,
view and
do.
it just sits there.
Yeah,
Nothing
but out of all of us right now, 100%, you have the highest real-time view count.
Oh, for
the
sure.
highest real-time view count.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a couple.
I would say
videos
mine's
that
gonna be
took
like
off.
3.
No
Like,
way.
mine would be so low. I don't even know.
But remember, but it is crazy because when I have that one video that
You have
went
to show me how to look.
popular, how do
You
you?
don't have it?
I don't know.
The Apple Watch video that I did, it just that was the one time where remember we were
I gotta
just
log
laughing
on
at the
to that.
It
store
was
of
like,
like
thousands.
it was like 25,000, 40,000.
Here. Real-time
Give
views.
give me your secret codes.
Oh.
Now we have to announce it. You can just type it in yourself. You don't have to announce your Wi-Fi
Ugh.
code to the Wi-Fi,
Oh,
to the World Wide Webs. Oh my God. There's a lot of graphics shit on there.
we all compare.
I like how yours says the internet, all excited.
Yeah, that's because of the Aquabats.
Yeah, exclamation
There you
points
go. Look
after
at that.
everything.
Not nearly as much blue.
Look at that.
Yeah. So what we're looking at here is in the last 48 hours, I've had a whopping 24 views. You next, because I think you're number 2, right?
1,100.
1,100 for Heather and Tom over here.
I'm at 38.
Let me see.
3,800.
Let me see something. Discovery. Let's look at your search terms.
Oh
Okay.
gosh, here we go.
In
My
the
friend's
last,
car is like one of my top search terms, probably.
In the last, let's do the last year. First of
Last
all,
year.
your highest search term is unbillable.
Unbillable.
That's great.
People are
That
actually
means
looking
people
for
are
it.
identifying with the show name.
Woo!
And then HOA.
HOA. This HOA sucks is one of my most popular videos.
And then UFC.
UFC. I had a video about a UFC
Oh.
fight where the guy jumped out of the cage and whether if he punched you that would be legal or not.
See, I need to help you. I
feel like the current events and the storytelling. I need to get more into those 2 categories.
I think I can help you with search terms.
Let's do it. I'm not afraid to accept help.
Yeah.
I need
Because
help.
like this is not accurate for his
I
content.
can't save I can't save
Right.
That's not what
myself
he does.
if I need to save. I can't save you if I need to save
50
myself.
cent.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about 50 cent.
And your friend's car.
Yeah, because Luis, we had this conversation about how rappers they like to say they're like the king of language and linguistics. And
Right.
I got something to say about that.
Oh yeah.
HOA
Yeah.
does.
I think lawyers can rhyme. I think we can use bigger words and we can rhyme also.
I think lawyers are very adept at language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'm just sticking up for my own brethren. Plus, that's like an angle. Again, you wouldn't expect a lawyer to like have a take on like 50 Cent. And so that was like what I was trying to do is always show that like I'm just a normal person.
Right.
I'm a
You know what I
human.
mean? I'm in jeans. Check
Are
me
you
out.
familiar with Steve Leto?
Is that a question?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna go with I don't know. I don't think so.
There were
No.
Steve Jobs and Jared Leto, but those aren't the same.
Is that their
thing.
baby love child? No.
What does it say? Oh,
Ghost Elaine, how'd you find my channel? I've never seen you before.
Ghost Elaine says HOA does suck.
No wonder he's on all of those subscribers.
He's
Guy's a
a-
genius.
Lawyer on YouTube.
Wait, what?
Oh,
He's-
Steve. Okay, I'll have to look it up.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
definitely check it
I haven't
out.
heard of him.
LEHTO.
L-E-H-T-O. Leto.
Leto.
It's one of the more fun things I will say though is a lot of YouTube channels recommend that you do like a giveaway, right? If you want to
That's
get
a
views, do a giveaway. So check this out. I've been giving away these shirts
Yeah.
forever. Nobody knows. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like that's what I feel like a lot of these like how to grow your YouTube channel people don't understand is like if it is so hard to get the actual noticed part,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
So even if I'm giving something away, I can't. If people don't know you're giving it away, they don't know. Like I mean, that's my point, right? I feel like that's the part that when you focus on that, that's when all the heavyweight and the depression and like those parts of things come in. So like that's why we don't really worry about it.
And it's tough
And
too
I got a
because
lady. Sorry,
people just
I got
come
a
for the
lady in
giveaway.
Indiana that wears the shirt.
Yeah, that's way
And
cooler.
She's wearing it in her Instagram story. We're like best friends now. You know what I mean? It's like super weird. But and so that's been cool about it.
Yeah.
But the idea that like I don't know, I've kind of become a little more sober to the idea that just like none of those gimmicks grew my real life business.
right.
None of those gimmicks are going to grow the YouTube. It's just going to be hard work and making quality content. And then, the videos that we like best generally have done better. You know,
That's
what I mean,
good.
there are some that we like a lot that are not that have not done the best.
Like 45.
Yeah, but there are. But thanks a lot, Luis. Oh, thanks, Luis. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like you just kind of keep firing them out there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw one of your Postmates videos. Subscribe right when you said you were an aspiring entrepreneur. Super interesting. Thank you. I should keep vlogging.
Yeah.
Well, that's what this channel is all about now.
I think that's the big point of at least the part that I'm trying to get across to you and to people that watch is make stuff that you want to make.
Right.
Like make it what you want to make, and Ghost to Lane will come. Like you don't never know who's gonna come.
Yeah.
Quality.
Like that's kind of what I was saying. Like the lady that took the time, like, okay, so if you wanted a shirt, you'd like tag someone below. She like wrote in the tag below, I'm just trying to get a shirt, you know, like, and then tagged her friend, right? And so whatever, that qualified. And I mean, I was like just happy that people were willing to play. So, you know, buzzkill the surprise, but we gave every single person that did that shirt, right? And so, I mean, it's so cool to see in her Instagram story when she's rocking it. Like I comment every single time, like, look at that shirt, you know, looking good or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. So, you know, that kind of thing, that part of it's cool. But as far as like, you know, channel growth, I don't think that's the.
But I think honestly, I think that you
work.
can add some tags that will help what you've got so far.
Okay, so this is gonna stay up here on this YouTube thing,
Yeah.
right? We'll see what happens.
Just add me as a moderator. I'll go in there.
Okay, I don't think I even know how to do that, but we'll do that.
Are you brand channel?
Yes. Am I? I believe so.
Yeah, you could just add my email as one of the moderators.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
See, this is how
And
awesome
I'll
this
just
is.
go in there and add some tags, and that's what happened to Tom. Like you change some tags, you change the thumbnail, and boom, like you know.
But we were
these are
talking about how
old
Tom's
videos.
thumbnails, they all look like, you know, they all look the same. They have
Yeah.
like a very similar style
Branded.
with like your like glowy letters. And...
Making a video about how I make my thumbnails. It's coming out in 2 weeks.
clearly that was planned, obviously. That was the. Did I read the script right?
Yes. Here's your money.
Checks in the mail. Perfect.
All
Perfect. I think it's awesome because both of, like, especially you, Heather, you work with so many people that either are trying or have channels. So I think you get a lot of different perspectives and views.
Yeah.
So I imagine you kind of get more caught in the analytics than, you know, 25 times a day
See,
checker over here.
This is why I stopped. Like,
I check my Instagram like that many times. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
see, I check my
a little
Instagram like once.
crazy.
oh, that's
But-
interesting.
Yeah. I don't know why really. I just kind of
I
have
would
gotten
think that
more
you
and
would
more
care
into
more
it.
about YouTube.
I do care more about YouTube, but I don't check it that much because I know that there's not much action going on.
Yeah.
Like when the video, when the the unique wedding, when the unique wedding went crazy, I would check my YouTube every 15 seconds because I didn't know what was going on. I mean, honestly, at first I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Like I just had this skyrocketing views, and I think I called Luis like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like this thing's probably wrong. It's probably a glitch or whatever, but it says like 4,000 views in the last 4 hours.
That's crazy.
And it's climbing. Like the incline thing is like going sharper. And he's like, what do you mean? And so like I screenshot it and like sent it to him, you know, and I was like, we'll see what happens tomorrow. And then like the next day it continued.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so like it's still going.
Yeah.
and then my line, I mean my like line just like you see this like and then it's right back down.
Yeah.
That was.
I have that too.
Yeah.
And literally mine went from 10,000 views a day to under 100 views a day overnight.
But see, but you're monetized already because you have over 1,000.
Yeah, but I don't have ads. I don't.
Yeah, but you can.
I could.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can't because I don't have the 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So part of my panic mode is that when that spike goes away, my view time will plummet. And so I've lost the chance to take advantage of all that watch time because we've never made up the subscribers in between. Luckily for us, we have a second video that's now surpassed the one, so there's a little later spike.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have no idea when the wizard decides to
Yeah.
make these things go crazy for me. And so I like I said, I've made a couple declarations as to what I think it is.
Do you
I've
use
made another
TubeBuddy
one.
or
I do use TubeBuddy, but I don't think I know what I'm doing. I click things and I push buttons.
Yeah.
You know, so often I hear people go like, I have a video that's taking off. It's just been on my channel for like 6 months and they don't even change it. Like suddenly.
It picks up.
Yeah. And they're like, I don't
the
even
wizard
know.
decides that.
Yeah, I mean, there is some content though that's going to have a longer tail that I never really thought about that. Like I made a video about this gal Michelle Carter that got convicted for sending text messages to her boyfriend about suicide, and then he decided to go through with it. It's a little more detailed story than that, but whatever. The point being, her after being convicted, her legal team appealed it to the Supreme Court, and then they made a show about it on ABC.
Oh.
And then I got more views all of a sudden, even though like a bunch of time.
Right. Yeah. I think that's usually the kind of thing that
Some things have a
pops up
longer
and then,
tail, if you will.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happened to me in Postmates. It
Yeah.
was just a startup when I started it. We were just working in the same co-working space.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I need money. I'm going to do this. And then it just took off.
Well, I have a secret desire to like register as an Uber driver, and when I'm bored at night,
that was
drive
my
Uber.
thing, but I can't do it because I have Camaro. So that's why I did Postmates.
First world
because-
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a
No, it's like I'm bored, so like why not just like drive Uber or something?
I
I don't
thought
know.
that
Like,
would be
so I
so.
think like
Postmates is so much fun.
you know how much time I spend, like, you know, like that's how I found the Brian G. Johnson guy. You know, because the funny thing is Brian G. Johnson, if you're watching this right now, which I don't think you are,
He tunes in every
but
live.
if for any reason you are, there are videos where I like get bored of watching them, and instead of turning them off, I'll jump to the end to watch him say, and if you click this, you'll help feed a hungry dog, and I've got two. You know, whatever his little like closing, you dig? I like it. I think it's kind of
I
cool.
may have seen him.
But hold
also-
on, you should check him out because I think the way he cuts and edits is intriguing. And since you want to grow like a marketing related channel,
Yeah.
I think you could definitely take some style points on how to keep
Yeah,
it
he's
more
good.
like action packed. It doesn't get boring. It
Do
keeps
you
it very
watch
busy.
video influencers, Sean?
I don't think so. Who is that? Is that from like
It's
the
another
actual
one.
YouTube channel? Is that is that from
Video
YouTube?
influencers.
No, it's
yeah.
not from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, yeah.
No, I
but
don't
they're
think
like
so.
a video creators. Just another
No.
one. Do you know Sunny Lenarduzzi?
No.
She's another one. I was just
Sunny Lenarduzzi. I like the name though.
I've had that too. Video that I don't touch gets picked up by the algorithm, just skyrockets randomly.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any advice on how to avoid burnout? Honestly, Ghost to Lane. I feel like you can tell.
you
us.
have-
Ghost Lane, come over here. Do you know where we are? Come
Join
in.
us in our live stream. I don't know how to. Well,
Avoid the looking at the numbers. I believe
Yeah.
the burnout comes from the numbers. I'm the smallest channel. I have the least writing on my channel, and I still think that I've been able to identify in my own existence when I focus on the channel or like the count. That's when I get upset. That's when I get discouraged. And when I focus on the content, like look at this awesome video we made, then I'm happy with the product, even if only
Right.
50, 100, whatever it is, and watch it.
Ooh.
Now, obviously, I want my best videos to be watched by the most people, but the wizard doesn't let me have that say. And so that's why I like to say like that. I mean, that is why I try to, I mean, therein lies the issue. Whenever you're trying to build anything, if you assess it as you're building it, you're never going to think it's good enough.
Yeah.
You always got to give yourself time to make something and then step back and look at it and then get back to work. So I think
we're
it's
gonna
the
cut
numbers.
that one too. That's a good quote.
That's a good quote.
Do it.
Yeah, I think the definition of burnout is when
Write this down, Louise.
the reward or the result is not equal to the input. Like the output doesn't equal the input. That ratio is off. Like psychologically, that's when you get burnt out, and so you have to figure out what you're doing it for. And if it is for views and stuff, that's totally out of your hands. Like that sucks.
Nothing kills your joy.
Yeah.
Like having too high of an expectation.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like, if
You're
you-
gonna be
if-
disappointed.
If you think that someone's coming here with a bouquet of flowers for you and they
And
show
they
up with
don't.
one rose,
Yeah.
you're disappointed.
Yeah.
But if you think that person's coming with nothing and they bring you one rose, you're stoked.
Yeah.
So like expectations can totally kill your
Yeah.
joy. And that's why I feel like that's where the numbers game is what does it too. Like it's your own expectation for, especially I imagine my man making video game content. He probably does something amazing in the video game. So he's like, this is one where I want people to see like my skill. Because I mean, that's in many ways like when we make a good one and I explain something and behind the lens, Luis is like, I understood what you meant.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You're
I'm like, yeah. And then we post it. I'm like, everyone's gonna love it. Like nobody sees it. So like you want people to see your best video, of
Yeah.
course. But I think that expectation is what like tapers your happiness a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
I think with every creative endeavor, you're going to experience burnout as an artist, as a creator. So like for me, I have ADHD. I go through depression, everyone. So I have to do another creative something in order to kind of refresh my thing. Because if all I do is YouTube, I end up hating the thing that is supposed to be my outlet, right? So I have to go read a book, watch other people's YouTube videos. I've actually, because Tom loves watching YouTube.
Love it.
I don't watch YouTube, which I don't
That's
know
weird.
why, but I know. So I'm trying to block off time to like watch other people's YouTube videos and get inspired and see how they do it and stuff like that.
Would you
But-
be willing to not look at your analytics for 5 videos, 5
I mean, I
posts,
already
whatever
do that. I already don't look at them.
No. I mean at all.
Yeah.
And you
I-
still
I-
get burnt out?
Well, it's different now because
Hmm.
I kind of took time off.
I
So,
want to
like,
know if you could give up looking at the analytics, would it change your work? Because as soon as I stop worrying about the
I
numbers,
think
it changes
he's a better
my views of
person to
that.
ask because you check several times a day.
I do, but I've been better at like I check more out of like curiosity now. I don't really feel like anything rides on. I don't really care if there's 3
It
days
doesn't
where nobody
affect.
comments. I don't really care. I had 2 videos in a row that shot up to like 10,000 views, 8,000 views, and then I posted one I really liked and it got 300 views. And I was like, still a good video. And if people unsubscribe, I'm like, somebody left. Like, it's not that I don't care.
Oh
but
no, you unsubscribe for me? Oh no. That's it. And I got the follower app on like Instagram too. Like, so if you're like the whole follow and follow game, I'm hip to that stuff. No way, it's not working. I sound like a real old guy saying it like that too.
That is amazing. That is some amazing advice, legal and life advice.
Legal
I
and
do this for a living.
that's the channel thing.
I do it for a living.
Legal and life
advice.
I just changed one. That's actually good. I'm gonna have to change it for that. I think right now it's like guiding real estate and business entrepreneurs or something like that. It might be too long. I feel like it's too much. Every elevator
Do you
speech
really
seems too
think
long.
you have a lot of real estate people watching you?
I mean, because we make real estate videos, so yeah, sometimes.
Huh.
Real tours.
Interesting.
I mean, I think that not that many entrepreneurs actually want to watch my channel because it's like real. Like, you know what Gary Vee's doing? He's entertaining you.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's
because he's already there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, like I have some fancy stuff. Like if I wanted to roll out like
you don't
a
need to
fancy
do
watch or whatever, I'm just saying I just don't believe that's not what I'm looking for. That's not the views I want anyways. I don't want a bunch of 13-year-old kids like my car to subscribe to my channel. Like that's not the goal. And then they hit the dislike button because you didn't show it this week or whatever.
Yeah.
That's definitely not what I'm shooting for. But like, I mean, my point is kind of more along the lines of I think that it is real. It's like very real life, and real life's not as entertaining. Like it's hard decisions.
Ghost Lane says, wow, I'm actually going to do that. Not looking at analytics for 7 days. I might lose my sanity, but at least I won't burn out.
Ghost Lane, we're boys. Let's do this. I'm in it. I think this is a great idea. I think this is a
that is
idea.
cool.
All right, so we all have to
I'm
check
gonna find Ghost Channel. Ghost
to Lane.
Ghost to Lane, I'm coming for you. As I say to people when I see them in the street, if a law group follows you, Ghost to Lane, it's me. Like that's pretty much it. It's me. It is me.
Which law group is following?
Yeah, what? Another law group. There's so many. There's so many out here crushing me. Ghost to Lane, are you on Instagram as well, or are you like exclusive to YouTube as far as how do you post and share your content, stuff like that? How about you guys? Do you guys like put an announcement on your Twitter or your Instagram or your Facebook
when
that says
I posted?
Video? Yeah.
I found personally Twitter doesn't really do anything. Sometimes I'll do it if I just want to go like, oh man, like I like this video and I'm excited about it. I just want to tell someone. And then Instagram, I'll like, because usually I end up with usually what I have is a thumbnail photo I didn't use, but I really like, and I just want people to see it. So I just put it on Instagram and I'm like, this video is about whatever. But I found it makes no difference in terms of actual traffic. It's just
I don't say anything. I used to, but I found that a lot of the people who follow me on Facebook are just Coachella Valley people. I was doing it for business. So I just started uploading my old vlogs natively to the platform, and then it reinforces YouTube in their minds, that I do YouTube in their minds. So I was like, okay, that's great marketing for me. But other than that, I don't, because my people who follow me on Instagram and Facebook know me, whereas on YouTube, I feel like they only know me on YouTube. They don't know me personally.
See, Instagram's like a blend for me of people I know and don't know.
me too.
So it's kind of a 50-50 of people I do know and don't know.
Also, Ghost Lane has 79 million views. That's insane. Like, what?
I think we cracked 10,000.
That's
no,
100,000.
100,000?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, let's look.
We gotta look and see what that
Let's
is.
look. We just talked about it. Not check right now.
Yeah, check it right now. Come on. Because here we're gonna turn it off after this, so we might as well check it now.
Oh man.
I don't even know how to check it. It's amazing that you can check it, and I don't know how. And I'm like, check it out.
Yep. Almost, you're at pretty much.
That's really
I'm
good.
at
104.
104.
Okay.
Where do you even see it? Oh, 104 and 99. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. See?
That's really good.
I was excited when
There's
hit
a lot of
99 and
channels
something.
that are in like 50,000, 20,000 that have like under 100K or about 100K. So that's strong.
Well, I think I did run ads for the channel, especially early on. I think I'm gonna go back to the Facebook side of it, but probably not the pre-roll ads, because I just found that there's people out there that aren't aware of it. So I am trying to spread awareness to like the Facebook ads.
Yeah.
And also, since it's for my business, it doesn't hurt to like use it as advertising.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's That's
Ghost
pretty much
Lane
it.
is mostly on YouTube and Twitch, not very active on Instagram and Twitter.
That's
He also
sweet.
checked your view count.
How'd I do? Are you impressed? Can we be friends? Am I cool enough to be your friend? Everybody wants a lawyer for a
That's
friend.
probably what his like
Yeah, everyone
real-time
wants a
views looks
lawyer.
like.
Yeah, he's like, just in 3 minutes I had that.
Yeah, since this live stream started.
On a video about like a fake character killing another fake character in a fake world.
Baller
Whereas I'm killing real characters in a real world. No.
That sounds dangerous.
Baller 09. Oh my.
Uh-oh, what'd he say?
A
Did he
lawyer
get
friend
blocked?
does sound pretty awesome.
What?
A lawyer friend does sound pretty awesome. It is awesome.
Gling.
We can vouch.
Yeah, I mean, everybody says they want one, but you don't want to subscribe. I've actually made the joke to a couple of my friends. Like, you think I'm going to answer your legal questions for free? Do you like? Do you
See,
follow? Do you subscribe?
I'm like totally okay with people not watching my channel. Like I can't.
No, I am too.
Like
I'm
real
really
life
okay with
people?
it.
Yeah, I can't. Like I'm like, please don't say that you watch it. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I think it. See, this. What does it say about me? I feel like because I'm so real on YouTube and maybe not so much in person. Maybe.
What is happening right now then?
Yeah, what are we getting right now?
I thought you were going to say the
real or
other,
fake?
other way around.
Are you in real person mode or are you on YouTube
I
mode
think
right
just
now?
because. Well, I don't know. Maybe they just see a different side of me. Because like I think of what I talk about with my closest friends, and I don't think that they would care about. Well, they never watched the videos, and I was okay with that. I don't know. It's like my friends don't care about YouTube. They don't watch YouTube. They're not on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
Except
so
for the
it's
ones that
just
have a
like-
massive YouTube channel.
Except for them, yeah. Except for James and Mark. So,
And those people probably don't really need that much help on marketing their YouTube channel. They have a massive YouTube
yeah,
channel.
we're just friends.
Yeah.
So
So, I mean, they don't have a reason
yeah,
to
it's
watch.
just weird. I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, here. I mean, no, this is just me.
Yeah, it's like, it seems like the normal you.
Only Tom knows. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I don't know which one I've been getting all this time.
This is the only one I know. So I
News
don't
to
know.
me that there were multiple versions.
I don't know.
Version 2.0 Ramirez.
All right. Well, we've been streaming for a while, so
I looked
I
at
thought
it.
we were
break the record?
trying to break the record.
1 hour, 11 minutes, 11
well, we gotta
seconds.
go cornhole later.
Is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday.
Yeah.
What's that?
We do need to cornhole.
We joined a
I was supposed to go
cornhole
last
league.
week for McPee's birthday.
Oh, I saw
Sorry.
that.
Oh yeah.
In case you're watching McPee, I'm sorry. Happy birthday.
And it's
So.
super fun.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
thought it was a one-time thing. Like, no, it's a 10-week tournament. I'm like, oh, so we're doing this.
So, like, can
for
anybody
2.5
show up and
months.
just play? Like, can I just show up and play, or am I out because I didn't come up last week?
There's always people who need subs.
Oh,
You
okay.
can
Cool.
sub if someone needs a sub.
Yeah.
I can't throw. I'm not good at that.
Some
We
people are
suck.
so
I mean,
friggin' good.
Yeah. I mean, there's
We
people
really
who are
sucked it
undefeated.
last week, but
I mean, we've
Undefeated.
never played.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
the number one team is insanely good.
I mean,
I thought we were practicing and we had already lost our game.
All right. So, if are we going to wrap this up? Because if we are, I want to ask a final question of everybody.
I think we're gonna wrap it up. Go.
All right. So here's my final question. If you're watching right now or even on a replay or whatever, I want you to put your answer in the comment as well. Tell me and the viewers something we don't know about you. And that's tough because Tom probably knows a lot about you.
Oh
So
my
tell us
gosh.
something we don't know about you. Anything you want.
I think you know everything about me.
No, not possible. It's not possible. There
Ooh,
must be
this is a
something.
tough one.
Something. I have no idea. Let me think about it.
I've stumped the group here already with just that.
I mean, we live together, so it's
I
hard.
know.
Luis, you have something that we don't know
I
about you?
wouldn't have
Luis?
told you about my fish tanks yesterday.
I know.
I was really into aquariums in high school.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea.
Do you ever do those Facebook or mostly Facebook, those little games with to answer the questions to find out like which character
The
you were or
quizzes?
whatever? Yeah, do you do those?
No. Do you?
No, I don't, but I have a bunch of friends who do it. And I'm always curious to like, I want to know my answer, but I don't want to go through all the
Yeah.
nonsense.
Go
I
through
don't want
the
to give all my
ads.
info or whatever away to
Yeah.
the Russians that use your face. Or whatever.
Here's
Did
something.
you make an old picture of yourself?
No, he did.
Oh, I did, yeah. and
Oh,
then
so
I
you
would give
gave
my
your
info to the
facial
Russians,
recognition
yeah.
to the Russian
Yeah,
skulls.
I know. But it was really funny though.
I mean, have you seen these videos where they can like make a face say almost anything?
Yes.
So that YouTube scares me for that. Because
Yeah.
now I've
Fakes
already put,
are-
I've already put so many videos of myself
I
like
know.
talking out
It's
there.
like,
Yeah.
whatever. It's
Like
over.
500 videos.
Yeah.
out
But I
there.
mean, my friend's like, well, if you ever run for president, I'm like, well, not really on my trajectory of goals. So, and then he's like, well, you think Trump thought he was going to do it? I'm like, okay, never mind. Never mind.
Oh, I
So,
would never let you.
Here's something I don't think anyone knows, which is
Okay.
it's not really juicy.
yes.
When I play the guitar and I finish, I have to end with an Aquabat song.
Oh, I had no idea.
Every time, even if it's just the guitar's not plugged in, it's usually pool party.
Is it
actually.
nice? I was gonna
Yes.
say next time you do it, will you end with pool party?
It
Just
pretty
for
much
me?
always is pool party.
Because that's what the other shows.
Because
Oh, do they really?
Yeah,
I've
pool
never
party.
They
seen
do,
one like
and the
that.
reason is I feel like if I die and like my stats pop up and it's like last song played on guitar, I don't want it to just be like System of a Down or something. I want it to be like
Aquabats.
First of all, there's
That's
nothing.
So cute.
There is nothing. It is very cute. There's nothing wrong with your last song being System of a Down.
No,
as
they're
a quick side note.
so good to play.
Yeah, as a quick side note, I mean, get like one of your good friends just screaming in the microphone for a good 3 minutes. And
They're good songs to play.
Oh, for sure, no doubt, no doubt. At least it's not like Tom Sawyer or whatever, like the old
Which is
that's a great like.
there is a Tom Sawyer riff in the middle of Pool Party.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy. Of all the songs for me to like randomly pull for the reference, that's so interesting. No, I'm when I was a young lad with all black hair, I used to have a crazy sound system in my car because I worked at a stereo installation place called Sound Minds, which actually is
That's a good.
alive and well in Georgia. The owner moved and then opened his business out there, and now he does those crazy Christmas
such a huge
decorations
thing.
with the music.
Yeah.
He does all that
That's cool.
automation
I've
stuff,
wanted
and
that.
he's super into it. So
I
he
know,
does all that stuff on his.
so bad.
But when I was like a young, 16, 17-year-old whippersnapper, I was one of those guys that had like one of those insane car stereo systems, like probably worth more than the car itself.
That's
And I would like
crazy.
rattle your car next
Oh
to you.
my
You know,
gosh.
I was that guy,
Yes,
and now I'm a
yeah.
lawyer. So there you go. Here's my fun fact.
I have
All
no
my hair was-
idea.
I think I know
What do we
mine.
got
All
here?
my hair was black back then too, all of it.
I think I know mine.
Yeah, Luis. Break us
Okay,
off.
so I obviously you guys know that I make music, but do you guys know that I don't know how to read notes?
Oh,
I don't
really?
either.
you know what? I
You
think,
knew.
I think I know this fact. So you have to try again, Luis. That's not
But-
good enough. No, tell us something that we don't know. I know that Luis can't read music. You can make music.
That makes me
you
feel
can't read
comfortable because I
music.
was like, oh, it'd be fun to play music. I was like, no, I don't want to play with a real musician.
No, trust me,
I'm
I have
too
no
scared.
clue.
Oh yeah, you guys should play together. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
It's
that'd be
just
have
gonna
a
be your
play
we'll
date.
vlog it.
What do
and
you
we'll vlog
play?
it at the same time.
That's the thing. I don't know how to play anything. So I mean,
He like
What-
makes like
like
visual
one by-
music? Is that the what's
no. So like,
look at him
I just do
making-
everything by ear, and it just takes me like forever. Like
Yeah.
for melodies, people that know notes, they're like, okay, right, yeah,
This
they
progression.
kind of know
and
because
this-
it's
Yeah.
music theory, blah blah. I don't know anything of that. So I mean,
That's
as long as
kinda
it sounds
cool.
good to me, that's what I put on, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's how he makes the vlogs too. Just sounds
I
good.
was like,
oh, no, that's good.
Sounds good. Put it together.
yeah.
Yeah.
The shot is upside down. Yeah.
I want Luis to clip together a bunch of edits of me just saying you can't use this, you can't use this, you can't use that, can't use it, can't use that.
I want to
mean,
do that so bad, but the thing is that
It would take
I
forever,
have like
I
2
imagine.
terabytes of just our footage, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it would
and
take
it's
a
like half of it.
Your
is
editing is
insane.
amazing though.
Yeah.
Like that needs to be on stream.
Do you have a channel trailer?
No, we need that.
Yeah,
I don't have one either.
Yell at him.
I was gonna say because
Yell at him.
Yeah.
montage,
and I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he agrees, but great.
But I know
he's been agreeing. He's been agreeing for a couple months.
It's
Actually, started agreeing about his paycheck.
such
I agree. You should get a paycheck, Luis. I don't know what's happening. It's somewhere with the channel video or whatever.
it's such a pain though. These little videos.
Because it takes time though, and you have to
It's
go
so
back, and then
long.
you're like, oh,
I told myself I would never do a montage video again because it just drives me nuts. You have to go through every single folder, pull out all the things. Oh, such a headache.
It's his job.
Yeah.
We need a channel trailer, Luis. Come on.
Yeah.
The people have spoken. Ghost
Do
to
it.
and said, "What is
Do
the
it."
problem?"
That guy.
He said, "LOL, that guy."
He said that guy.
I have no idea.
What something we don't know is?
Yeah, because I feel like you know everything about
Well, okay, don't count me then.
No, you count. Luis has to go again.
really?
Of course, I know it about you. You gotta tell me something we don't know.
I mean, mine was
go back
silly.
into the archives. Go like Heather when she was a young lad. You know, that kind of thing. Go back into the archives of it.
Okay, do you know this about me that I wanted to be a librarian?
I didn't know that.
Look at that.
I
That
wanted
makes
to be-
sense.
Like my
Interesting.
favorite movie ever is Beauty and the Beast,
Okay.
the original, because Belle is a badass
Okay.
and she was all into reading and books. And ever since that movie, I mean, I've always loved reading, but I wanted to be in charge of my own massive library. And here's something you definitely don't know.
Oh wow, we're going double dip.
In college, I don't know. I was just like in my lonely phase, and I wanted to. God, what's his name?
In my lonely phase. I
I
like how you
can't
said that.
remember what his name is. He was like a oil tycoon, Carnegie.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to every Carnegie library in the U.S. on a road trip by myself.
Wow, nerd alert.
That's
I
Nerd alert. I gotta
that's
go.
cool. Though. It makes
That
me
is
like
pretty
you
cool.
more.
But I didn't want to do it because
That's how you know you like have a thing for her.
Yeah.
Because I'm like nerd alert, and he's like, it's so cute.
But I was scared my car would break down on me, and then I'm just by myself, so I never did it. But
How
So
many?
there you
How
go.
many Carnegie I mean, I don't know. Are there a lot of them?
oh, I don't know. I don't remember. No,
Just
it
pick
was,
one.
it was enough to visit.
Like it might be time for like a vlog summer road trip to a Carnegie library.
That would be
Yeah,
a good
that would be
trip.
cool.
Yeah, and because you could talk about like I was
This is what I wanted to do.
Yeah, because I've wanted to. I've said that I'm gonna bust out the self vlog when I go to the Supreme Court, when I go to Congress or something. 'Cause I've never been to DC,
Oh.
and I have a former client who is a congressman, and so I want to go there and be like, "Hey, you owe me.
Yeah.
Show me around, my friend." You know, that kind of thing, and see if I can kind of pull some shenanigans that way. But,
That's cool.
That would
yeah,
be
I
good.
mean that's like the. But can you give us a new fun fact?
Honestly, no, I can't think of any.
See how boring Luis is. This is why he holds
I
the
am pretty
camera.
bored, Yeah.
He's got nothing. He's got
No,
nothing for us. Come on, you gotta give
what's
us.
your-
something.
Oh, okay. No, but again, you know all these stuff. Like, I'm a tennis player, whatever. So,
Oh,
See,
yeah,
I didn't
no,
know that.
I didn't know that. Well, I don't know anything.
But you
about
play tennis.
Yeah.
You had to have known that.
yeah.
Yes, because
I'm-
Luis and I have gone out and played. Luis is pretty
Our
good,
neighbors
too.
across the way have a tennis court in their backyard.
Oh, what?
What? Really?
Yeah,
You would never
There
have
you go.
known here.
they're tennis pros. They're really cool.
That's
Oh.
awesome. That was
Aiden
really
Bowler. Hi. Hi.
What's up, Aiden? Welcome to the chaos that is this conversation.
Yeah, we're about to wrap up.
I thought we were going
Luis-
for the record.
Well, we gotta go to cornhole.
All right, next time we'll do it on a non-cornhole night, and we'll go
Yeah.
for the record.
Oh yeah, we can go for the
If
record.
Luis
we
could
can,
just tell
we
us-
can eat. We'll plan a
If Luis
mukbang.
would just tell us
I
what his
honestly
thing
can't-
was.
What's your favorite video game? Do you know this?
I don't think so.
Do you play games?
I used to. Well, actually, it's a yes or no. The only reason why I played video games was because it was. I mean, it had to be card games, and the only
Oh.
my favorite one was Project Gotham.
I have no idea what
Oh.
that is.
That
Maybe I-
is the best like card game ever.
I know because I worked at the video store and we had Project Gotham. We
Oh,
would rent
wow.
all
Was
that.
what was that? Was your job like in high school, out of high school? Like
Oh, yeah.
Right out of
we
high school, I
had
worked at Video Depot.
14, no,
Video
17.
Depot.
17 jobs.
Oh, 17 jobs. Wow. Okay. I worked at a smoothie place. Like a
Oh,
smoothie
that's
bar.
cool.
Yeah. Not a Jamba Juice, like a knockoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay.
Gators
again,
Juice Oasis.
yeah. I didn't work at
Yeah.
Blockbuster. I worked at Video
Okay, I have-
Depot.
I have mine
Throw it
now.
out the name.
I have mine now. Okay, so you
Oh.
didn't know this, but that reminded me. So I used to work at Dairy Queen for like
Oh,
a week.
that's cool.
For like a week.
Hold on. Did you ever flip someone's blizzard and have it fall out?
No, never.
Oh,
You know why? Because that thing, that ice cream is actually fat.
It's just pure fat.
It's just fat. They tell you that.
Don't tell me anything else. Don't ruin it for me. I love it.
It tastes amazing.
It
I
does.
thought it was
It's
healthy.
fat.
Yeah, I thought it was vegan. Yeah, exactly. Dairy Queen.
So there you go.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Since we talked about jobs, what was your early job like? Did you have a?
My very first job was a tutor. I worked at Kumon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tutored elementary.
You've been
school
educating
students.
other people from back in the day.
Yeah, and then I worked in an optometrist's office after that.
Located in a Walmart.
Yes, I would shoot the air in your eye. That was me.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah. Can everyone help me to make a channel? Aiden, you just rewatched the live stream.
Okay, hold on. And how old is Aiden?
Let's check out. Okay, Aiden has no channel and has 1 subscriber.
Good place to start.
Yeah, so you're on the
Yes.
board. So you haven't got one churro. You don't have to donate anymore. That's good. Like you got Tom from MySpace as follower or whatever. That's pretty
That one
sweet.
picture.
Yeah, the one guy. So the way you do it is you make a video and there's a little upload, but there's like a little camera with a plus symbol. You click that, you drag and drop your video into there. You make a cool title. Try to make a thumbnail that's dope. Make sure you get some SEO in there. Although I'm probably not the person talking about that. And then make a description that's cool, include a couple hashtags. And look at me, I work for video creators, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
There you
rinse
go.
repeat.
But that's like the that's the general aspect of it. The hardest part's making the video and not being afraid.
There you
Not being
go.
afraid.
There you go.
He's 19.
19.
Yeah, so
That's perfect.
Honestly, that especially for if you're 19, you're almost certainly biggest concern is what other people think about you. And
Yeah.
by the time you're gray hair like me, you won't worry about it. And so I would
I
just
think
encourage you not to worry about that.
The big takeaway from this discussion is make videos that you want to make.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
that
are
assumes you're
interested in.
listening to me. If you're listening to me in this
But
conversation,
that's what we do too. Like we love, we
no,
love,
for sure. I don't
Yeah.
mean it like
I have not
not to
dreaded
your
making a
exclusion. I just
video.
mean
yeah.
I think that's been my recent thing that's kind of broken through in my opinion, and especially when I had this channel review done by video creators. I thought the advice and information they gave me is great, and I've been following it for a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to follow it long term. And part of why I don't think I'm going to follow it long term is because I kind of think I have this
Right.
more of an opinion about it.
There you go.
And plus, Ghost to Line. I mean, I got a new homie with like a bajillion followers,
I
so
know.
There you go.
you know
Yeah.
that's about it.
We
But
should
yeah, I
just
mean,
sponsor a video and then you get the plug.
yeah, exactly. Sponsor this video. I've thought about there's like a radio show that does like a Donkey of the Day. It's like Charlemagne the God, and it's sponsored by some law firm in New York. And I'm
See?
always like, that's amazing.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. So
We got cornhole to play.
yeah. Again, links to YouTube channels are in the description of this video. And how do we end the video, guys?
You ended by saying you should really subscribe to Tom's channel, the
Yes.
Enthusiasm Project. It's really cool, especially if you want to like nerd out in comparisons of video equipment and things of that nature.
Yes.
If you want to make yourself a better video creator, you follow Heather. She will show you how to like just do it, how to do it. She'll answer Aiden's question basically on like how to do it, how to get started, and then one of you has to say for me.
And if you want legal and life advice,
Yes.
then you need to check out the AppStar Law Group and watch Unbillable episode 99 dropping
out?
this week.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
He said it, so he's got to
Tomorrow.
hold him to it. That's it. That's it.
Oh, and then it's 100.
And if you hit me up on Instagram or any sort of social media and mention that you saw this live stream and that you want a shirt, we'll send you a shirt. 'Cause that's what we do.
You get the merch.
The
A
shirts are
friend of
good quality
Heather's
too.
is a friend of mine.
I want a shirt.
Don't you have a shirt?
No.
She doesn't have a shirt.
I would
What?
afford
Wait,
that shirt so much.
What? You don't have a shirt?
No,
I
I
see that
said I
all this
wasn't
time.
cool enough to have a shirt. I was like, Tom's
Are
got
you
a shirt.
kidding me? I had
I
no
have a
idea. I know, of course, Tom has a shirt. You invited me to the class, but I thought you had one.
No, I don't. Have
All right,
a
you
shirt.
heard it here first.
Okay, I'm getting
Shirt.
a shirt. There you go.
Done deal.
All right. Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye. That's it. See you
Wait,
later.
wait. Let's for the people who watch the replay. Let's ask them to leave. Like, ask them that there's something they're gonna. I can't talk.
The thing that people don't
What?
know.
Let's ask them a question that they answer in the comments.
I thought, no, we don't want them to tell us something they don't know about.
That was a
them.
good one.
We don't know anything
Oh,
about
is that what
anybody,
we
so
said?
it's a good one.
Okay, cool.
It's call to action.
Tell us something about you.
We probably don't know much.
All right.
Yeah.
See you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
And stream.
That's always the most awkward part.
I know.
Is you walk up to it and it's like hit the button.